Please, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so thank you once again for your patience. I think some of you guys were late, so let's start and then we can. We are about six here. Okay, so we have Herbert. No, we have five. You guys have five: Herbert, Kevin, Millicent, Simon. Yeah. So all right, I think so far we did shape, we did blending, blending of colors of with images. We did what do you call it? We did colors. We also learned how to remove background of an image with the quick selection tool, Magic Wand tool, and then also we did learn about the pen tool as well. So far we are able to cover some of the tools in Adobe Photoshop actually. So I think I told you guys that the next time that we are going to meet, we are going to, um, you know, do what we call watch and design. Okay, we are going to put what we have learned into practice, and then we move on from there. Okay, so today what we are going to do is that we are going to put all what we have learned, and then we want to create just a simple what do you call it? A simple ID card, okay? A simple ID card. I hope you guys know ID card. So we are going to create a simple ID card, okay? Yes, and that is what we are going to do now. So who know the size of an ID card? Who know the size of an ID card? Who actually know the size of an ID card? So if, oh please, ubetumi mute why who is who? Let me check now. Is it Millicent? Please mute yourself. Let me mute you. Okay, right. So we are actually going to learn how to design a simple ID card. Okay, a simple ID card. In fact, if you go on the internet, you can search for ID cards, and you are going to get a whole lot of what do you call it? A whole lot of samples of ID cards. Okay, um, we we are actually going to look at the creating of documents, and then we start creating our shapes and all that. For me, I am not going to look on any ID card, but I'm going to try to design one of the school ID cards. So I'm going to display that to you, and then you guys can basically know what actually I want to design. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do for now. So let me come here and try to open one of a school ID card. Then I can just open it to show you guys what we are going to do. All right. Let me open this one. Then you guys can have a feel of what we intend to do. Please, can you guys see what we intend to do?
Yes, please.
Great. So that is what we are going to do. We are also going to do the same thing. Okay. We are also going to do the same thing as you are seeing. All right. So we want to practice um, watch and design. Based on that, we can also try to be creative without watching any design. We just because if you look at this particular design, it entails what I have taught you guys. All right. and I don't want us to move faster without practicing anything. You understand? So that is the reason why I want us to, practice this simply, and then you can also get one and practice it and bring it on Saturday so that I see what you have done. You understand? I hope you guys understand me. Hello? I hope you guys understand me.
Yes, please.
I thought you guys are sleeping.
Yes, please.
I thought you guys are sleeping. All right. So now what we need to do right away is let's start creating our document. Now with this particular design you are seeing here, if you want to know the size of it, if for example you bring in any what we call it an ID card from Google, you download it, what do you call it, and you want to know the size, just bring it in Photoshop, and then what you need to do is come to image here. All right, from image, and then you come to the image size. Okay, you click on image size, and this is the size of this artwork. All right, this is the size of this artwork. Now you realize that it's in inches, so you can change it to centimeters. It is 8.5 by 5.4. All right, so you can at least write it down, and you can also go to Google to see an ID card, put in, and then start working on the ID card, and then we see how to go about it. All right, so if you look at the resolution of this setup, okay, if you look at the resolution, it's 300. So what does it mean when the resolution is 300? What does it mean? Yes, I'm listening to you guys. You can mute your microphone and start talking. What does it mean when I input 300 resolution? The resolution is 300. What does it mean? I thought you guys, so I'm expecting you guys to unmute your microphone and start talking.
Yes, I can't see you.
You cannot see anything. You cannot see the screen. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's tiny. It's very tiny.
Okay, I'm coming. Let me see. Have you turned your screen? Okay, it's a question that I'm asking you. It's a question I'm asking you. When you see a resolution of 300, what does it mean? You don't need to see what I've written there. I'm asking you guys, what does it mean? Guys,
it means
I'm listening.
It has a high quality.
You didn't finish. I'm listening. I couldn't hear you. Wow, you guys are really disappointing me. From the scratch of this, I told you guys that when you know that you are going to print, okay, you're going to print that document, that artwork, your resolution should be what? Should be from 150 to 300. When it is at 300, you are going to have the quality of that artwork. It's going to be very, very quality. The printout is going to be very, very quality. So please, you have to take note of that. If you know, that is why I use this resolution. And if you want to look at this, let's come to Zoom and then let's try. And because of this image, that is why you are seeing it this way. But then when you print it out, it's going to be very, very quality. All right. So you always need to make sure that your resolution is quality. So once again, this is the size. Oh, this is the size of it. This is the size of it. So let me change it to centimeters. And then we have 8.5 by 5.4. All right, 8.5 by 5.4, 8.5. So let's go and set up a new document, 8.5 by 5.4. You know how to set up a document already. So I'm going to change this to centimeters, and then I'm going to put in 8.5, and then the width, I'm going to choose 5.4. All right. So with the resolution, I'm going to change it to 300. I want it. And then what do I need to do with the color mode? What do I need to do with the color mode? The color mode. What do I need to do with it?
So you have to change it to CMYK.
Please, you said?
You have to change it to CMYK.
All right, CMYK. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to change that to CMYK because I would be printing what. Actually, what I say, we are now on mute. Sorry, just mute yourself. All right. Now, what we need to do from here is to click on OK, and then we're going to have. Oh, my sister, no. I'm coming. Let me go back. Let's check it again. Oh. So the width is 8.5. It's not the same thing. Is it not the same thing? The width is 8.5. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. The width is supposed to be 8.5. And then, okay, so automatically, then let's change this to 5.4. It's going to go to work. So let's do it once again. So I'm going to, the width was what? 8.5. 8.5. And then the height is supposed to be 5.4. Then let's create it again. All right, so we have it. Let me delete this. We have it here. All right, so you look at this ID card. Okay, you can look at this ID card. Now, what you need to do is when you have an ID card like this, okay, the best thing you need to do is to do what? Is to make sure that you create all the shapes in the what? In the artwork, okay? Creating the shape in the artwork is very, very important. It will help you arrange everything very well. All right, so first and foremost, what I'm going to do from here is that I'm going to leave some kind of borders around my document, okay, so that I don't go there as well. So I'm going to duplicate. So with that, I need to click on Ctrl J to duplicate, and then I can what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a ruler from here to just this side. I'm also going to drag a ruler from here to this side. I'm going to do the same thing from here to this side. Then I'm going to do the same thing from here to this side as well. All right, so what I'm going to do from here is I am going to create, who's that? I am going to create the head, the blue color from here. All right, you can start with any of them. All right, so let's create this particular red color from the down there. So we are going to pick our shape tool. So you right click and you click on the rectangle tool, and what you need to do is to click and drag and then create what? Your shape. Okay, afterwards, yeah, you can just adjust it simply, and then you move on. You can just adjust the color or the shape, sorry, and then you can change the color of the shape. Okay, so what we have is like all right, so we have like this color from here, and let's use this color. All right, now the next one that we have is what we have, this color where the Blue Ink Media Institute is on. All right, you can see Blue Ink Media Institute. All right, so what we have to do from here, I'm going to create that rectangle as well from here to here. It's a little bit bigger. I'm going to create it this way. Good. I'm going to create it this way, and then I'm going to change the color as well. I'm going to change the color to the blue. Okay, so I need to come to this side to have the same color. Now, if you look at this shape very well, you could realize that there's something here. Okay, it's just a strategic thing. Okay, So what you need to do is that, okay, come here. You realize that there's also a shape here. This particular shape, you realize that there's also a shape here. So this is the strategy. You can expand it this way. Let's expand it by holding shift and drag. You hold shift and drag. We can drag it because looking at this is, yeah, so let's drag it. Click on shift and drag it again from here. All right. So what we have to do from here is that we are going to what? We are going to divide this shape. So we need to convert, we need to rasterize it. Okay. I thought you guys would just click, right click, and then you rasterize this actually. Then what we need to do is we pick our what? Our rectangular marquee tool. Okay, we click, we choose our rectangular marquee tool, and then we just drag a straight line. Okay, we can drag a straight line, and then when we leave, we are not going to be, make sure that we position the straight line where we want to cut the shape. We can go back to look at the size of the shape once again. We can go back to look at the size of the shape once again. I think a little bit tiny. Okay, so let me click. Okay, and then draw the shape again. So let me draw the shape once again. Okay, so this is better. This is better. Good. So now I have this. Okay, so I can try to delete this, and we have this kind of a shape. We are not done. Look at this. You realize that there's a curve here. So what we can do is, this is very strategic. You can as well create another, but this one you go with the elliptical marquee tool. All right, and then you draw what? Your circle. You hold shift and draw your circle as well. Okay, you can hold shift and draw your circle as well. Or this is it. If you draw this circle, you look at the shape very well. You see how it is. Yeah, baby. It says say. And see, upa. You can leave it this way, and then you make sure that you drag it. Oh, the patrol. Who is that? Who is that, sir? Who is that? Huh? Herbert Mensah. I'm muting the crowd. All right. So you have this, and then you make sure you select the shape, and then you click on this, and then you can delete it from there, and then you have been created, something like that. Okay. Have it, please. Are you following? Are you guys following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So what we need to do is to just look at it again, and then now what we need to create this kind of a shape from here. You can see this shape over here. So very, very simple. Let's come back from here. And then what we need to do is look at it again. Look at the shape from this side to this side. We come back to our design, pick our shape, and then we start what? We start drawing our shape from this side. You can draw a shape from this side. Okay, very simple, very simple. And then we can actually leave it this way and go back to look at our shape. So the first shape is bigger than what? Than the second shape. You get it? So let's make sure that we have the right shape, and then we can at least increase this red color. So you can even change the name of the shapes. Okay, so you can change the name of the shape as well. But then let's open it like this to this side. Let's click on this and then come back to see our shape perfect. And then what we need to do is that we need to draw the image. So now the shape is black, right? The shape is, sorry, the deep blue color. So what we need to do is to expand it up a little bit. We need to expand it up a little bit. This okay. is okay. And then we make sure that we change the color of what? Of the shape, okay? And then we have this. Now the next one is that we are going to draw this kind of a shape. We are going to draw, but before that, we need to draw the down part of what? Of the shape, okay? So what we are going to do is that we can simply duplicate the shape. We can simply duplicate this shape, this particular shape that we have drawn here, the one the cursor is on. We can duplicate this shape. And then what we need to do from here is to make sure that, let's click on Ctrl J, and then make sure that we hold on Shift. We can change the color before. Let's click and change the color to white. And then what we need to put our hand on Shift and then just drag this here, something like this to this side. And then what we are going to do is we go back to look at it if we are doing the right thing. Okay, so it's supposed to be on the red. It's supposed to be on the red so that it can show. So what we need to do is to just try to open this onto the red a little bit and then try to bring it down a little bit. So we have this perfect. After we do some little changes from there, then we can look at this from here. Okay, so what we need to do is to again increase this a little bit, and then what we need to do is to draw this particular shape which has the image. Okay, so I think the red is a dim color. This is too bright for. Okay, so let's try to dim the red a little bit. Let's try to dim the red a little bit. Okay, so this is okay. And then let's create the shape. So we click on this and we come to custom shape tools. Okay, we click on it and then, click on custom shape tool and then right click and then go to legacy title and then go again, all legacy titles. Then we go back, we go to shapes, okay, from the legacy title. Let's click on shape. And then what we need to do from here is to pick this shape because that is what we are going to actually get the shape that we want, okay? So from here, we need to create that kind of a shape that we want, okay? That kind of a shape that we want to put the passport picture on, all right? We need to create that kind of a shape, yes. So that one, we don't change the color. We look at it again and make sure that we position it very well. We make sure that it is aligned perfectly. So let's go up a little bit with this one. And then let's go up a little bit. I think we have to come to this side a little bit. Great. And this is okay. Very simple like this. This is where we are going to put the image in. Now you realize that there's some orange colors here. So what you need to do is that you need to create. So do you understand? Do you know the reason why I'm creating all these shapes? So that when I'm done, I can group all the shape together. All right. So I'm not going to miss the shapes with the text and all that. I can group all of them together in a one folder so that it becomes very simple for me. So that is why I'm actually creating all the shapes first. All right. So what I need to do is to come back to the shapes and click on the ellipse tool. Then after the ellipse tool, what I'm going to do is to create my circle here, click on shift, and then after I'll position it. So what I'm going to do from here is to make sure I change the color. Let me change the color from here on the layer, and then I'm going to click on this, and then let's see, this color is perfect. This color is perfect. Great. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on zoom and just try to increase it a little bit. I'm going to increase it a little bit and then try to position it. Try to position it where it might be okay for me. All right, so this is okay for me. So I'm going to duplicate it. All right, I'm going to duplicate it. So I click on Ctrl J and then I'm going to use my cursor. I'll hold shift and drag it straight to this side. It will be in a straight line. Perfect. Now what I need to do is to duplicate this one too. And then I'll click on shift and then a straight line. I'll bring it here perfectly. Okay, perfectly like this. And then if I can adjust it, well, Then I'll click on shift again, and then make sure I drag it here. This will align with this, and it is perfect. Okay, so I have actually created my shapes. Okay, so now what I need to do from here is to go back to the ID card and look at the small shapes that are in it. Okay, so we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do from now is that I'm going to create about 6 shapes. Okay, I'm going to create about 6 shapes, and looking at the alignment from between this to this, so I'm going to create these 6 shapes. So what I need to do from here is to pick my rectangle tool, and then I start to click and drag. Okay, I click and drag, and I create my first shape from here. Okay, I create my first shape from here. I'm going to I'll change the color of the shape. So I'm going to change the color of the shape, or better still, what I need to do is to make sure I double click on the shape, all right, and then come to adjust a gradient overlay. Sorry, the color has changed, so we need to try to get a color that was closer to what we were doing, and then just click on this, and then we get our color from there. Then what I need to do is to put down the opacity down. I'm going to put down the opacity. I'm putting down the opacity from here. Okay, then I click on OK. There's something wrong from here. Let me see. Okay, so let's drag this one. Great. So we can drag the opacity down. Let's drag the opacity down like this. Okay, we can drag the opacity down to this. Okay, so we have about 45. So we make sure that we duplicate. So Control J, and then afterwards, what we need to do is to hold on Shift and drag it down perfectly for it to be aligned. Let's look at the color of the shape. We come back to work on the color. Okay, we'll come back to work on the color. I feel like this color is a little bit brightful. This color is a little bit brightful. So what we need to do is to make sure that we come back from here again, and then let's try to change this color to color red, so that, because I feel like it is color red that can help us achieve that color that we're looking for. Great. So we can click on this, then we can adjust it, come here like this. What is happening? Okay. Let me see something. Okay, so let me come to this side, see what's happening. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's click on this, try to change. Okay, so I'm coming. Let's redo that again to see. I think I clicked on something, I'm not getting it well. So let me delete this one again, and then create the shape once again. I'm going to create a shape. I'm going to create a shape from here, and then I click on this one, and then I create my first shape from here. Okay, so this is the shape that I'm getting. I'm going to make sure I unfill this shape. I want to start all over again. So I'm going to click on this one, and then make sure that I click on gradient overlay, and then, okay, so I have this color. All right, so this is the color I was looking for. This is the actual color that I was looking for. Perfect for me. All right, so if you think you are okay with this, you can click on Shift and extend it a little bit, and then now you click on Control J, click on Shift to drag it down, Control J again, drag it down. Okay, drag it down again. Great. Then, oh yeah, no, gyro factor. Great. Control J again. We have this here. Great. We have this here. We have this as well. Great. Then we have the last one as well. Okay. So this is it. Sorry. This is it. Great. So we have our shapes being created. We can still reduce the what do you call it, the opacity of the colors that we have here. So we have our shapes within there, and that is, if you look at it, we have literally finished creating our shapes. We can try to bring in a picture to put on this particular what do you call it, this particular image. So let's bring in the picture. I want to see the picture that we can have actually. So which picture, what picture can I bring, what picture can I bring, what picture can I bring? I'm looking at it. Okay, so let me come here and then bring in any picture. Let me bring in any picture, but I wish I could bring in well, which picture, I'm looking at the computer. If I could get a picture that is more look like a passport. Okay, so let's bring in this picture. It doesn't look like a passport, but then it doesn't matter. We are just doing it for tutorial sake. So before you drag in any picture, okay, before you drag in any picture, make sure you select the shape. Make sure you select the shape here, all right? And then just go back and drag your image straight onto the shape. All right, you drag your image onto the shape. Now it is going to load on the shape, and then you can do whatever adjustment that you want to do. All right, you can do whatever adjustment that you want to do. Okay, what is happening? You can do whatever adjustments that you want to do. Okay, it's now loading. Great. So we can just do some little adjustment. Oh, you can just do some little adjustment from here. All right, so this is the, let's say this is the image, but this is not perfect for passport. Okay, but we are using it for tutorial sake. Okay, for tutorial sake. So this is it. We are going to position it, and then what we need to do is to click on the image. We click on the image, and then we click on what is it, create clipping mask. Okay, create clipping mask, create clipping mask. So you click on that, and then you position the passport picture perfectly here. You can see what we have done is inside the image. Perfect. All right, perfect here. So now with this, we can actually group these two together. So we can group all this passport picture shape as one. So let's click on the first shape and look at it. We have this shape from here, and then so we can look at, and we have the ellipse tool, so we can select the ellipse tool. One, you click on Control 2, 3, 4, then we select the image, we select this, and then we select this, and then we select this. So we can click on Control J to group them. So you can see we have grouped them, all is gone. Then we can name it. You can double click and name it as passport. Then I'm passport picture. All right, so we name it, and then it means that we have grouped the image and the passport picture all at once. Okay, that is basically what we have actually done. Okay, sorry, that is what we have actually done. Please, so far so good. Do you have any question to ask? Because at least the most important thing is the creating of the shape and all that, and I'm able to do that to show you guys. So do you actually have any question? Do you actually have any question to ask? So far, I'm able to draw the shape, everything for you guys. Do you have any question to ask, please? Please open your microphone and let's talk. You know that me, I can't talk alone. This alone, Krano. If you are able to draw shapes like this, my friend, you are on course. You understand? You are on course. So please open your microphone and let's talk. Any question? Ask to unmute. 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 Yes, please. Any question? Talk and let's hear. Mombisa. Herbert Mensah, you've opened your microphone. Please talk and let me hear you. Bachamen. All right, who else? Who
Please,
else?
hello.
Yes, please.
Shift now, without one, unless we do with the guide of
You said unless you do what?
the rulers, and I say the cream colors.
I'm not getting your question very well. Please come again.
I mean, the shapes. We are creating the shapes. Maybe like with the wire, the shapes with the rectangular shapes with the cream color. Do we have to be using the rulers for accurate or when you just after making one shape, you can just make a duplicate of them.
So you could see that all the duplicated networking. Now you could see that all the duplicated shapes, the intervals are the same. If I'm not wrong. Now, when you draw your first shape, all right, all you need to do is to do what? Bema or networking, I'm too crana. Adia will come. Herbert, come back again. Obowa. When you draw your first shape, like this one that I drew, now when you duplicate and you hold shift to drag it, okay, it can actually give you the right intervals, all right, the right intervals. You can try at home so that when we come on Saturday to do that to show you guys. All right, so it's very simple because the shapes are the same. Have you forgotten the principles and the element of design? The principles and the element of design. The principle says that it is the way we use the element. So the way we use the element, will give you the principles. Is that not it?
Mm.
So we are making sure that we use the element the right way. Consistency.
Yes.
Herbert, we're networking yet. Also, kasa. Yes, please. Any question again? Hey, Asa.
So why sorry?
What's that?
Why sorry?
Oh man, Hasule there. Okay, so you see, the most important thing is the shape. I'm able to do the shape. Even if I don't continue, I think you guys can do this. I can send this artwork, I can, send it to you guys, and then you continue from there.
So isn't it true you use the same colors?
You can use your own color. You can use your own color. Now let me save it before I forget. I'm going to send to you guys. Let me send it as do you guys want me to send to you as what do you call it, as a template or just an image? Which one do you want? Do you want it as a template or just an image?
Yeah. So you're in a template.
All right, so I'm going to.
So, is it always necessary to create the duplicates of them? This thing before you start the work?
Especially that is, you do that when the shapes that you are creating are the same thing. Then I think it will be very, very good to do what to duplicate them. All right, especially when the shapes are the same, because the sizes may have differ until say was duplicate it. All right.
Okay, sir.
Until say was just duplicate it. That is the best thing to do right there. So I don't know how I'm going to send this to you guys, so I don't know. I can send to you in your email. So please, when we are done, let me see those that joined. What dear? Let me look at something. You guys have 5, 6, 7, that. So when we are done, send me your email. I'll quickly transfer it into your email. Then you can download them. Okay. And then you can put it on your machine and then start working. Any question? The most important thing is the shapes, and I'm able to do that for you guys. The rest of it, test media, there's no problem. You can write them.
Yeah.
The most important thing is to show how to arrange them. That's it. Any question? Because we wouldn't spend more time on. We just have to spend about 40 minutes and all that. So, any question, please? Any question?
No, please.
All right, then we have to end here. Adiasa,
Sir,
yes.
sir, please. So mine is not a question. I'm just suggesting something if it can be possible.
Uh-huh.
But looking at things, I see that when we have more assignments on them, we could practice more so that we get much idea about it. So if maybe sometimes we've been dropping some of the flyers in the group for us to try and answer it. So
I think yeah, I said that on Saturday when we met. Did you come to class on Saturday?
Yes, please.
I said it on Saturday when we met that we will be practicing more watch and design and all that. And that is what I have started for you. I just want to demonstrate for you guys to actually see what I am doing. Okay. So basically, the most important thing, graphic design, it has levels, but I have to make sure that the basis, you have them, you're able to create your own shape, color, theory, and all that. You're able to balance the artwork, the element and the principles. You're able to use the element very well to achieve the principles and all that. And that is why I am actually doing this to show you guys so that you can also practice it. So what we are going to do from here is that I'm going to send this that I have done actually. I'm going to send it for you to do the same thing, but different colors. All right. Different colors. Now, if you are finding it difficult, I'm streaming live on YouTube. You can go there and watch it and do it. Please, I want the same thing. I don't want to have different, just choose a different color. I want to see a different color. I don't want to see anything the same thing. I want a different color. When you are done, you can even drop it on the platform, or when we meet in class, drop it up on the platform. Okay, it is very best. So please, I think we don't have to waste time. We don't have to spend time. The most important thing is what I've done, and I want you guys to also create the same thing for me. So I'm going to put I'm not going to share the template for you. Mumu bi no be kwa click so I change colors ne keke de abrem so mo anom ye me so me pen sa enti no me the template me the image way me the better platform. So I want the same thing but different colors. If you want to, the procedure that I showed you guys, it's on YouTube already. What kind of, so you can do it. I know some of you can be fast and do it. So I think I'll end the training here. I have to end here. Some of you go to work tomorrow and all that. All right. If you have any issue, just drop it on the platform and then let's do the chat over there. All right.
Okay.
So, guys, I think that is it. There's no time. That's it. Let me end the YouTube streaming. I think I'm done.